ورحمة الله وبركاته.
طلع منور الشاشة.
نورك يا باشا. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. My brothers and sisters, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us, inshallah. We spoke last night about the longest surah in the Quran, longest verse in the Quran, and it's called the verse of the debts. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command us to write down and dictate every agreement between you two, between you and your partner, between you and the person who you borrowed money, for example, and they have to put all the conditions, because nowadays, like today, excuse me brothers, the issue between two partners that someone sold the shop to another one, and he asked him about the bills, the utility bills, electricity, gas, water. So he told him, this is 200, this 300, maximum this and minimum that. And you know, last year the electricity or the utility is going double or more than that. We used to pay in the masjid here, how much? No, not you. We used to pay amount reasonable, and now we pay 250% extra. Instead of 1,000, we pay 2,500, which is too much. So the brothers, they have dispute because he said to him, you tricked me because you said to me it's cost so and so, and now it's double. I'm not giving you the rest of the money. If they dictate everything in the beginning, then there won't be any dispute. But sometimes the shaitan, clever, and some people, their heart and their mentality ready for the shaitan to swim and play. They are ready for it. So when they found someone, it's my rizq, this is my rizq. My rizq is 100 pounds today, tomorrow 1 pound, after tomorrow 1,000 pounds. Your rizq may be better than me and maybe less than me. So when I sell something to someone, my rizq I used to take from that place is different than your rizq. So when they sell it, people say, oh, you sold this place for so and so because income so and so. I'll take it. Then when the other one took over, he found it less. He said to him, you cheated me, I need my money back. You cheated me, I need my money back. And that's happened usually. Today, here after Jum'ah, there were a case about this. So the brother said to him, I did not guarantee to you, that is my rizq. I said to you, I am making so and so, and that's the books I show you. He said, no, I make less. Give me my money back. So I said to the brother who buy the place, I said, excuse me brother, if you find it more than what he said, will you give him the difference? He said, no. I said, why are you asking to give you now? Because your rizq different than his rizq. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, write down, dictate, faktubuh, write it down. And Allah asked for 2 witnesses. And the ayah was precisely, Allah said, وَلَا تَسْأَمُوا أَن تَكْتُبُوهُ صَغِيرًا أَوْ كَبِيرًا إِلَى أَجَلٍ. Like, don't neglect any very tiny bit condition, and you say, oh, that's okay. We are brothers, this will be sorted out. We are brothers in the good, when we still, as they say, we're still in the docks. But when we swim in the sea, everybody say, no, yours is yours, mine is mine. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants to make the air fresh between the Muslim community. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the money test. It's the biggest test. Hazrat Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala an, once he was in the masjid and some Sahaba around him talking, and someone came and he said to them, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, leader of the believers, so and so, he gave him a name of someone, so and so, he asked to marry my daughter. Does anyone knows him? So one of the people sitting there said, oh yeah, I know him, he's a very good person. So Hazrat Umar replied, Ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala, he said to him, how do you know him? Have you traveled with him? You traveled with him? He said, no. Have you been his neighbor somehow? He said, no. Have you dealt with him with money? Dirham and dinar, or pence and pound? He said, no. He said, you don't know him. You might, Umar, carry on now. You might seen him in the masjid praying very nicely, reciting Quran nicely, yes, wearing nice clothes, following sunnah, siwak, and doing extra tatawwu' prayer, nafil. You think he's good? No. You have to know the person by these three things. And the worst, as the scholars they say, money exposed the material of person. To show you the material of anyone, if this person is like a gold, pure, 24 carats, or he is a rust iron, a rust material, doesn't worth a penny. It doesn't matter if this person is multi-millionaire or a poor. Sometimes you find the richest people, they are worst, and most of the time they are worse than the middle class or the poor people. So please, to avoid problems, to avoid hassles, to avoid people want to pray next to each other, you look at them, oh, he ripped 10 pounds of me, I want to pray with him, you go there. Especially now, and be careful, when someone has a partnership with his in-law, you and your brother-in-law who married your sister, or you marry his sister, any dispute between you two, the whole house will be collapsed. The whole house collapsed. He went to his house, your brother ripped me, your brother stabbed me, your brother did this, your brother, or sister asked, telling the brother, you ripped my husband, you did this to my husband. Oh, money exposed the real material of a human being. So when you have partnership with in-law, or one of your brothers, your biological brother, as they say, yeah, you have to be careful. And everything must be written down. Yeah, I trust you, brother. You work 5 days, I work 5 days. After a few weeks, few months, money coming in. Oh no, I work more than you. You didn't work. That day I work 1 hour extra. That day I work 2 hours extra. And then problem in the families. So we have to be careful. When we deal with money, we deal with buy and sell. And remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, write it down. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, if you deal with someone you trust and you don't want witness and you don't want to dictate it, then Allah say to the person who borrowed the money, yeah, fear Allah and don't abuse their trust. And that's a big problem. When someone trusts you, yeah, because when someone wants money from me or from you, he becomes very nice. Assalamu alaikum, how are you? And this, and that, and this, and that. When you take the money, change the number. Change the number. And there is a short story, it's not a good story, but very short, and it's not good, but I have to say it. Someone knocked the door of one of his friends. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. I need £1,000 for 2 weeks. He said, no problem, that's the £1,000, but kiss my hand. Astaghfirullah. Why you humiliated me? You insulted me. You. He said, kiss my hand, I give you the money. He said, why you do this to me? He said, because when you take the money, I will follow you and kiss your feet to bring it back. I'm going to kiss your feet to pay back. And that's bad example. That's really bad example. So, brothers and sisters, be aware of money transactions with your in-law, with your brothers, with your sisters, even if you're biological brothers and sisters. Yeah, because shaitan comes from these gates, these dirty doors, and start whispering, you work more, he work less, he spend money here. Now, if you have a partner, and from the beginning, yeah, and mashallah, you get money, he get money, the same money. One day you drive by his house, you find 24 car, which is 2024 plate, 24 plate. Oh, something wrong here. How did he get his car? Shaitan start all night. And then next day, he met his friend, partner. Assalamu alaikum, I want to take the information. Yeah, clever. Assalamu alaikum, how are you? You've been busy last night. Oh yeah. Someone, cousin from London visited us. MashaAllah, he got a nice car. Latest 2024. Look, this is the bad su'u dhann. Shaitan made you make story from nothing, not even true story. So we have to be careful. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the verse in the Surah Baqarah, before Amana Rasulu. Before Amana Rasulu. The longest ayah, one page, at the end of that, Allah said, وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا تُرْجَعُونَ فِيهِ إِلَى اللَّهِ. Fear, because money, borrowing, you take money now, I take money from you, I steal this money, you steal that money, I rip you, you rip me. Now, if I don't pay back money, in the day of judgment, I'm going to pay back my good deeds. Good deeds. Transfer. I wish in the day of judgment they say, pay him £1,000. No. Pay him what equal to £1,000, including the interest every year, from now till the day of judgment. Why? Because you steal his money and you abuse the trust, and you were betrayer, kha'in. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish this person by transfer any good deeds he has to that person who cheated him, and if the good deeds finished, Allah say, finished and still owe some money, Allah say to that one who asked for his money, said, you give from your sins, let him carry your sins. We don't need to face this in the day of judgment. Jazakumullah khair wa barakallahu feekum. Please, from tomorrow, children, very important. I will recommend one brother stay in the back, sit down and follow the Quran, read, don't pray. 1, 2 rak'ah, and then another one, pray, stay in the back. That means we need 4 brothers, 4 or 5 brothers, every 2 rak'ah, someone monitor the area. Jazakumullah khair, barakallahu feekum, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.